I'd like to point out that I'm very sorry for being smart today. But I've got to be smart for something later.
No, that's all right. No, I'm sorry for not being smart. I'm wearing the cameraman's jumper. Not that he isn't smart. Well, he's smarter now. He's not wearing the jumper. But I was wearing a jumper that I've used for too many things, to be honest.
Do you have a one-liner or a pun involving a clock or involving time?
Yes, I do.
Would you like to share it?
Yes. I went to the watch shop. I said, I want to buy a watch. He said, analog. I said, no, just a watch.
Now,
is that supposed to be moving?
It's not yet.
No.
I'd like to have a one-liner a minute, at least, please.
Okay.
Okay. So we try and slip that in. Here we go. Here's
Not about time each time.
Not about time each time.
No, okay.
Are we ready?
Ready.
Please will you count us down?
Yes. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're off.
Why one-liners, Tim?
Why not? I mean, I tell short jokes because it's a shorter journey to the laugh. I find that if I'm saying something that goes on for a very long time and there's no laugh, I get terribly nervous.
You can get a lot
probably
of...
read it in my face now. I'm beside myself. Well, I am beside myself. There's no other way of being.
You can get a lot of laughs. In
It
fact...
don't sound so surprised. Yes, it can happen.
You did used to hold the world record for number of jokes
In
an
1 hour, yes.
Which was 499...
499 jokes, yes. And but I don't hold that record anymore. I held it for about 8 months.
Would you like to regain it? Are you attempting to regain it?
I'm not attempting to regain it. I might do one day. But currently I have a certificate that says I did hold it once. And if I regained it, I'd have 2 certificates.
Quickly, a one-liner, please.
About one-arm butlers. They can take it, but they can't dish it out.
Moving swiftly on,
Yes.
could we talk about the first time you ever came up with a pun or a one-liner?
Well, I think I was on a train coming out of Croydon, which is always a pleasant experience, as is being on a train going into Croydon. But I came up with this. I went down to the local library. I said, I can't get over your books. He said, get off. Well, whatever happened, it was very funny. Get off that shelf. I went down to the local library. I said, I can't get over your books. He said, get off that shelf. It's been that long.
Was there a moment in your life where you just sat down and said, you solemnly said to yourself, I am going to make a career out of one-liners?
No. No, there never was that moment. I just discovered the comedy circuit. Well, I didn't discover it. I can't claim to be the one. It was me. I discovered the comedy circuit. And I just realised that in this great city in London, the comedy scene in the 90s was such a great scene to be part of. When you just discover all these little comedy clubs everywhere, it's very exciting. You think, oh, I like this, So it was more that, I wasn't thinking of doing it as a job. I just thought, oh, I like this little, underworld.
Is there a huge pressure to remembering so many jokes for an act?
Not really a huge pressure because I rehearse. If I hadn't rehearsed,
Yes.
the pressure would be unbearable. In fact, it would be impossible to remember them. But what I do is I also have them written on a piece of paper, and that's normally somewhere nearby, so I can have a little peek if I forget.
So how do you actually remember them? How do you commit them to memory?
Well, I walk around at home. Well, normally I go out, actually. I think so I'm going for a walk. I walk. I don't know why I say that to anyone. But anyway, I walk out maybe for 45 minutes, and I talk to myself next to roads. I've had people think, ask my mum if, is Tim all right? I think I saw him, I think he's lost it.
We are coming up to the end of our 3rd minute. Another one-liner, please.
Right, I went to the dentist. He said, say R. I said, why? He said, my dog's died. Yes.
We're just letting that joke
We'll
go
put
down.
a laugh. Of course,
Yes.
I'm sure you'll put a laugh on the edit. You told me you were going to do.
The target audience. Who is your target audience?
Well, I never use audiences as a target. I think that's terrible. Once you start throwing things at them, they will throw back. But I don't have a target audience. I do what I find funny, first of all, and then if that makes anyone else laugh, then all the better.
What's the key